I wasn't surprised.
All right, everybody, welcome to the September safety meeting. I hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to be covering slip, trips, falls, DOT policies, and some winter driving stuff, as well as some respiratory information. Hunter, why don't you lead us off with the respiratory fit training? So next week on the 9th and the 10th, we're going to be doing the fit tests. Everybody should know.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
You guys share me too?
Yes. Yeah, we have to do them too, so
Okay.
we gotta get certified just like you guys. So everyone should know some people are able to pass with their facial hair somehow, but it's a pain. What I hit. Hit the arrow. You guys have to attend the 9th and the 10th? Yeah, one of the 2 days. And if you don't, we'll have to figure something out in a later time, but we prefer everyone can make it. So here's some examples. You gotta have a tight seal, because if you're not safe, if you don't have the tight seal and something hazardous is around you. So yeah, just clean shave. You can kind of get away with the goatee maybe a little bit, or really short stubble,
Got a question.
which is what I'll have.
We have to have our own face mask? 'Cause I don't have one.
You should bring one, yeah.
I don't have one.
We have one.
No, you don't. You tried to fit me with one before that wouldn't fit.
I'll make it fit.
Okay. I'll make it fit too.
I
I'm
ain't
just,
got
I'm
one
being,
fit, Malcolm either.
If it doesn't fit, we'll have to send you to the clinic where they'll use theirs.
no, I'll get that damn thing to fit, but I'll get a seal. I'm not worried about
I
that.
believe last time they did have one you guys could share, but you're
No.
gonna be putting it on after everybody. And they do have like cleaning wipes,
We
but I
don't
prefer you
recommend
bring
that.
your own, because everyone should have one.
Everyone should have their own.
So, make it easy, just bring your own, get her done. But yeah, so, there's a little snippet of the best examples.
Do you guys all remember how to clean yours from my last year's
I
cleaning?
guarantee you nobody does.
I wasn't here last year, so I don't
what you
know.
mean. I'm about the only one wear one.
The mask, it breaks apart into 3 little pieces, and just wash it with soap or disinfectant.
And how often are you supposed to change those filters? And where do we get those?
Like
filters?
8-hour filters.
So we have the filters here in the
And they're
office.
supposed to be changed like every other time you use that thing.
Well, it depends
It
on
depends on what you're breathing
how much
in
you're using it,
and
or
what it's
We're
being used.
breathing in hydrochloric.
if you can
fumes
smell,
versus
if you can
chloride.
smell the hydrochloric on your, when you breathe in, then it's time to change.
Yeah, if
That's
you think you
usually
need a new
couple
one,
times that you're supposed to replace
We
them.
have plenty of cartridges.
yeah, if you think you need a new one, just come ask us. Or we can put them in we can probably put them in
Boom, there we go.
do that. So, a little fun fact, the first modern gas mask was invented in 1915 by Garrett Morgan, and it was originally to help firefighters and later adapted for war to help against poisonous gas attacks. And now it has evolved into what we use today.
It is poison gas. We messing with.
They had the bad stuff though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, one whip, you gone.
Yeah, so make sure you're familiar with when, where, and why you should be wearing your respirators, and safe zones, identify safe locations putting on the respirator. You don't want to be putting it on if you're in a dangerous area. In case of a spill, evacuate the area immediately if it is unsafe to stay, especially in confined spaces. Uphill or downhill if outdoors, to avoid inhaling toxic fumes is the best.
Alright, guys, winter is right around the corner. It's starting to get a little
my
colder.
God. We ain't been having no bad ones.
Not yet, but we're getting there. Alright, so make sure that in icy and snowy and rainy conditions, make sure we're braking early, increasing our following distance. Make sure we're leaving at least 8 seconds. Make sure we're clearing snow and ice from the vehicle before driving as best as we can. I know it's tough. Keep your winter emergency kit on you. Make sure you have blankets, food, water, flashlight. We got you those bags. Make sure you use them. Keep a bunch of good stuff in them. Make sure you have your triangles. Make sure you have a little shovel.
Salt, we have the salt.
Yeah, make sure you got your salt bucket and your cleats too.
Drain your air tanks a lot, please. They'll freeze fast.
Drain them every day.
Drain your air
When it
tanks.
get cold.
Alright, make sure we're also checking our tire pressure. As it gets cold, the pressure in your tire, it starts to minimize and it leads to flat tires. Make sure that our tires have traction on them. So I don't want to see any bald drag racing tires out there. I want everyone to have a lot of grip, especially as we're moving into the season. We got a lot of new guys this year, and we want to do everybody the favor of turn.
Y'all got the things of salt?
Yeah, we got the salt buckets. We'll be passing them out here in a little bit. Braking techniques. Avoid hard braking. Use steady and gentle braking to prevent skidding and hazardous conditions. Make use of the engine brake to slow down. Anti-lock brake system. Understand how your ABS works. Don't pump the brakes if your vehicle has ABS. Please apply
Okay.
firmly.
I got, you don't use that Jake brake while you're.
Yeah, who did this? Who put this together? 'Cause,
Me.
That's wrong.
yeah, you don't, in the rain or snow, freezing weather, you do not use a Jake brake.
Okay.
A jackknife.
Yeah, technically, you're not supposed to use cruise control.
Well, I wouldn't recommend using cruise control either, so. Alright, well. Visibility, make sure all of our windows are clear, make sure they're clean. Before you guys get out there, make sure that it doesn't have any snow or ice blocking any vision. Make sure that your lights, mirrors, and sensors are all working. I would probably even just leave your lights on all the time. Make it easier for people to see you, and you never know when it's gonna start snowing. Make sure your windshield wipers are working properly. Make sure you got fluid in there. Add it to your post-trip inspection or your pre-trip inspection. And keep your headlights on. Alright, slow and steady. So as it starts getting colder and as it starts getting icier, make sure that we are going slower. I don't want to see anybody going 50 miles an hour in the yard when there's a ton of ice everywhere. Make sure we're increasing our following distance. When you're dealing with skid, stay calm. If your vehicle starts to skid, don't panic. Ease off the gas and don't jackknife the trailer or don't try and overcorrect.
Get off the brake and just let it ride
Yeah,
out.
you just ride through it. How many of you guys have experience with that?
Good
Oh,
boy.
yeah, it happens. Alright, so regain control. Try to avoid sudden movements that could cause you to lose control. Alright, as winter's coming in, we're going to be watching out for ice, not just on the road, but on the way to your truck. So make sure we're always wearing our cleats. Make sure when we're using our 3 points of contact to get on and off the trailer, we want to have either 2 feet or 1 hand or 2 hands and 1 foot. Make sure that we're always using that. Make sure that you got your ice bucket with your salt, and anywhere that you think needs it, just throw some down. We'll refill it for you guys. Make sure you guys are wearing slip resistant footwear. Fun fact, most slips occur while walking on level surfaces. So Christina was in here a couple days ago and they had this thing where they put you in like a harness she was telling us about, and they like trained you on how to like walk on like a surface where you couldn't get any traction at all, and people think you do the penguin waddle, and she was telling us that that's entirely incorrect. What you want to do is you want to like bring your knees straight up and kind of do like
Yeah,
a soldier
no.
march.
Yeah, people.
Alright. Good stuff, guys. So make sure we're wearing our cleats, make sure we're following our designated walking areas. As it gets colder, the plant, they put out their little, here's our walking surfaces, and here's what's gonna be salted. Make sure we're using the paths. Don't try and walk through the parking lot, because you're liable to slip.
We have to walk through the parking lot.
Well, you know what I mean.
Well, because that's the last part.
Try and go from the truck front to the side and walk over on the sidewalk instead of coming through the parking lot through all the cars. Okay, distracted driving. Guys, we are taking a zero tolerance perspective here. I don't want to see any phones. We provide headsets, and I think this one should be pretty simple. Make sure we always have at least 1 hand on the wheel. Alright, so after doing some further research, you guys know what happens to you if you guys get caught texting and driving by a DOT officer, right? You get fined.
What is it, like $1,100?
It's like $1,100.
Can you show that video to drive home to Point?
I did. I showed Jeff that video. I'll show him it later.
Okay.
It is $1,100 or $1,200 if you get pulled over, but they can also fine the company up to $11,000. So we want to make sure that we're staying off of our phones. If you gotta send a text, you gotta call, and you can't do it hands-free, pull over. Alright, I'll
They
commend you.
got clear that time.
I'll commend you guys. The last couple months have been good. I haven't seen or heard of anything, so we're doing good. All right, make sure we are putting our US gallons on our scale ticket. Make sure we're our US gallons on our BOL. Make sure we're turning in our scale tickets. No stopping at gas stations, guys. Make sure we're cleaning our equipment. As it gets colder, we want our equipment to be going into these winter months already clean.
I hate to be the loudmouth of the group, you know, no big surprise, but, we should really be getting Rain-X on them trucks. Basically, it's a wax at the wash, but you guys have to approve that.
Okay.
We don't get that. so-
Is that at the Blue Beacon? Okay, yeah, we can talk about that. So guys, make sure we're getting out there. I know we share trucks, but if you're not doing it for yourself, do it for the next guy who's hopping in the truck. And if you don't share a truck with anyone right now, do your best to keep your truck clean. I like to see clean trucks out there. I don't like to see stains on the side of the trailer, and I don't think our customers like that either.
The bills and scale tickets have been better. Some people do still forget to put, like when you do Suns or Camaras, you forget to do the cross-reference by putting the PO number with the SO. That's the only real thing I've noticed lately. Every once in a while, someone forgets a US gallons counter. It's not the
Write your US gallons on your bill of lading, right?
Yeah,
That's it.
Whatever that
some
pump off, that's what you write.
That's it.
Yep.
We get little staplers too?
Yeah.
This way, it'd make it easier.
For the scales, yeah.
Scale ticket,
Because I
everyone-
gave you guys, I've turned in my scale tickets, and this Hunter called me up before about it, said I was missing a scale ticket, and it's like, I know I turned it
And
in.
sometimes when you get the envelopes, they'll have that stuff.
Yeah.
Hunter likes to not take them out of the envelope.
You can't blame me for that.
Alright,
wasn't on stuff in
I'm
the
also
envelopes
looking
for a
at
while.
getting some stamps for our SP numbers, so if you know you're gonna be in the same trailer every day,
Oh,
you can
that's
just
cool.
stamp it right on your bill. Make it easy on you guys.
But everything has been better lately, so I do
Yeah,
appreciate
you guys are
guys.
doing good. Alright, make sure we are doing our slosh test, and of course, stop at railroad crossings. Alright, I got a video to show you guys.
Sound done.
Oh, I've seen this one.
I'm not turning the sound.
Oh, I
on.
have seen this one.
Sound done.
Does anybody die?
Dude,
No, he does not die.
You didn't?
No,
Watch this.
they clarified it. Because I
can't
looked it
believe
up,
it.
but yeah, he did not die. I don't believe he didn't, but he did not die.
Alright, I'll play the sound for you if you want to stay on there.
It must be a bus.
You see that yesterday, the truck?
No, watch on the left.
I wish it didn't say that. My video didn't say that in the middle of it.
Look at this tanker cut right in front.
What a idiot. What a idiot.
Oh.
That dude's dead.
Nah, they said he didn't die.
Look at the cab when he drives up.
If he ain't dead, he's a quadriplegic.
Holy mackerel. He done left.
So guys, what we
Gotta put
want,
that tanker drive in
if
gear.
there's any takeaway from this, we do not want to be that tanker driver.
Oh,
Yeah.
We do not want to be that guy
Well,
pulling out
that's
front.
Did you see that truck coming?
Oh, yeah, I did.
And
He was on the brakes the whole time. His
And the
truck was
dude
just
probably didn't
skidding.
even speak English.
And especially guys, in an industry like we do, we're hauling in and out of the steel mills, that's gonna be exactly what happens, but instead of those pipes, it's gonna be a coil. And, we do not wanna see that.
Or a train, 'cause I remember that guy got hit at US in that dump
Oh, yeah.
truck.
Right.
Hey, I just got a couple of things I just wanted to
Sure.
say. Make sure you guys check, your airbags, make sure they're up. A couple weeks ago, I got a phone call from, I'm not gonna say what driver.
Right,
It was
with
just
me.
a- it was just a mistake they made, but he got all the way to where he's gonna pick the load up. And he called and started loading and said he couldn't get no air in his airbags. So we went through some things on the phone with him, and I had him put me on FaceTime and had him crawl underneath. And what happened was the airbag, he drove down there with the airbags down, and bouncing, the rod went the opposite way to where it wouldn't raise it. So I had to talk him through to unscrew it and put it up. So I'm just saying, when you guys do your pre-trip, post-trip, even getting in somebody else's truck, you just don't know. Sometimes they forget to pull, when they pull out of the rack, they leave the bags down. Just check it before you guys leave. And if you can give it time when you push the trailer brakes in, give it a few seconds before pulling off, because some guys are just pushing the brake in and trying to take off. and it's dragging the tires. And the third thing, I'm not saying everybody does this, but some guys are turning real super fast on a dime on the trailers, and it's just scraping the tires. It's just, yeah, that's where we're getting all them hoppings on them tires from. It's the airbags going down the road, just hopping, and people going a little bit too fast. If you gotta turn tight, just give the tires time, just do it slow.
Alright.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you guys, anybody in here is doing it.
I
I'm
forgot
just
that I
asking
zipped
if
my
you guys
bags
can
up
check
one
it.
time, but I was empty.
Yeah.
And also the air tanks, you could trade them.
Yeah, I brought that up.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, but that wasn't you, that was talking about.
Anybody got anything else for
Or
us?
somebody else.
Alright, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you caught it before